Hello and welcome to Slick Training. Today we're going to be talking about settings and setup. If you are a new salon, it's worth watching all the way through to make sure that the salon is set up exactly as you want it. If you are an existing salon that's been with us a while, you can skip forward to various different bits to make sure that your salon is also set up exactly as you need. So the first thing that you need to do to access your settings is click on the three lines in the top left-hand corner. That is your menu. That holds everything to do with the setup of your salon. Then what you want to do is go into settings and billing. First thing at the top, you have your business info and hours. Now, it's very important to make sure that everything in here is correct because your salon name and phone number will appear in the client text message reminder that they receive before their appointment. You can change anything that you want to in here. If, for example, you want to change your opening hours, so let's say you are open on a Monday, you can toggle it on and you can change the hours that you are open or closed. And then all you need to do, let's move my little face out of the way, is to click save. Next up, you have account billing. Now, this is where you pop in your card details to pay your Slick subscription, and this is where your Slick plan will be shown. So, for example, this salon is on an essential plan, which is the basic plan here. If, for example, you're sending a lot of marketing messages each month, it's worth coming in here and having a little look and seeing what the next plan is, because it's usually about a £10 difference and you'll get more text messages with it. And for example, you'll also get you'll get digital appointment cards included. So cost effective wise, very good to come and have a look in here. Underneath, you then have your billing details, so that's where you pop in your card details and update them, and then you have your billing information here. Now, if you want to view your invoices, you simply click on the button that says View Invoices, and you will be able to see each one and click to download them. Next up, you have your service, prices and timings. Now, this is very important to ensure that everything in here is correct because this is what will pull through into the calendar when you're making a booking, and it's what will pull through into online booking. So you have all of your categories of services listed out. If you want to change them around or change the order of the categories, for example, let's say your treatments here is more popular than your gents cuts, you can simply drag and drop them, and that order will be the same for online booking. Same for the categories, same for the orders of the services. If you ever want to move anything around, just click, drag and drop. If I want to add another category of services, I scroll all the way down to the bottom, I click add another category, and I can call it new category. I'm going to make it green, and I'm going to click add, okay? I can then add another service by clicking on the category, clicking add first service, and then I choose to whoever turn it on, so £10, 45 minutes, blah, 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 add. And then if I want to delete one, delete category, delete, yes, done, perfect, simple, nice and easy. Now let's say I want to change the category, the colouring category. So I can simply click on edit and I can change the name of the category. I can also change the colour of the category, which means that all of the colouring bookings that appear in my calendar will now be pink. And then I simply click the tick and close. Now, if I want to see the services within that category, I can either click show or I can just click on the category and it will show me the drop-down list of services. Again, if you want to change the order, let's say balayage is more popular, you can drag and drop it to the top. Now, if you click on the service, that will pop out all the service, prices and timings per staff member. This is the important bit. Make sure that all of these are correct. So let's say, for example, I want to turn this service on for the head stylist. I can toggle that on there. I can pop in their price and then I can add the application time, and I can add the processing time. If it's different per staff member, that's absolutely fine. What it means when you have processing time is that when you book a colour service in the calendar followed by a cutting and styling service, there will be that gap left, so you can always get another booking in there if you want to. Then you can simply click Save Changes. But if your prices are listed as from £80 or from £70, if just in case they have longer hair or thick hair or bush like this, you can simply click on the button that says Display Price as From, which means when they come to online booking, they will see that the price is listed as from 80 quid or from 75, whatever. Let's say, for example, I want to add a new service into my colouring category. I simply click on Add Another Colour Service, and I'm just going to call this New Service, just so that we know what we're talking about. And voila. Then what I need to do is toggle it on for the people that are going to do it. So let's say Senior Stylist, it's 45 minutes to apply and it's 45 minutes to process. So I can then do that for all my staff members. I can click Display as From, and I can add that into my colour category. Let's say I now want to delete that service. I can simply click on Delete. Am I sure I want to delete it? Yes, I am. Thank you very much. And that's that done there. Okay. Now, let's say you're having a price increase, which you should be doing. What you can do is you can choose whether to update all the prices for all the bookings that are currently in the diary, or you can choose to honour the prices of the bookings that are already in the diary and only put the new price for bookings that you make afterward, if that makes sense. So let me show you what I mean. Let's say, for example, my balayage is going up to 100 quid. So I'm going to make everybody 100 quid. They're already 100 quid, 100 quid, 100 quid, done, save changes. Now I get this pop-up which says update price for upcoming and custom bookings. I can choose to skip that if I want to honour the price that's already in the calendar, or I can click the box that says update all upcoming bookings and click update. That means that all the balayage services that are currently in the calendar already will now be £100 rather than £80. Up next, we have job titles. Now, again, job titles will pull through into service prices and timings, and that's what will be listed against your staff members when people go to book online. It's very simple, same way to do it as before. You can either add a new job title, like let's say we want to add an assistant in. I can choose whether I want to add them under current service prices and timings already, or I can enter new ones. So let's say this assistant is going to have all the other assistant prices and timings, okay? I can rename it, I can delete it if I want to. If I want to delete that job title, I simply click on delete, click yes, and it's gone, done, nice and easy. Staff and waitlist. So this is where you put all the information about your staff in terms of names, whether they're employed, self-employed, and what their job title is. So you should already have this set up. So if you want to change anything, you can simply click either edit, or you can click on the middle of the person. You'll see their name. You can pop in their mobile number and email address if you want to. And you can choose whether they are employed or self-employed. Again, you can choose their job title and it will pull through the prices from that job title, okay? And then all you need to do is click Save Changes. If you need to delete a column, you can simply click Delete. It's worthwhile just running through their column, through their calendar, seeing if there are any bookings in the calendar and move those into other columns. If you forget to do that, don't worry, because if you delete a stylist that's got bookings in the calendar, the column will reappear on the day that they've got the booking with the booking in the calendar. It will just say deleted stylist, okay? Don't worry if you ever delete anything accidentally, there's always a way to undo it, okay? So don't panic. If you want to add another column, you simply click on Add Column. We're going to call this person Pia. They're going to be self-employed and they are going to be a creative director. So that will pull through all the prices and timings for the creative director. If I add another column, that's obviously going to change my subscription, but it will warn you about that first, all right? If I want to delete, I simply delete, close, done, marvellous. Now, you may have a wait list in your calendar already. If you don't, if you want to add a wait list, you do it in the same way. Add another column, and then what you need to do is you need to click the box that says make this a wait list. So what that will do is it will make the column look like this. So you'll have the purple bar at the top. What that means is that column is essentially a dead column. It's basically like a notepad. So if you want to put any notes to yourselves in there, or you want to put bookings in at specific times, let's say you're full to the brim today and you know somebody's called up and they want a 1 o'clock slot, you can put the booking in at 1 o'clock, and if any 1 o'clock slots come available, you can then move that booking into an active column. But that column is dead, so it doesn't send text message reminders, it doesn't send deposit requests, it doesn't send confirmation text messages. And if a client books online into the wait list, they don't pay a deposit or anything like that. It's basically them just saying, can I have that 1 o'clock slot if it comes available, please? So it's basically a dead column. It only does anything to the booking if you move the booking into an active column. Waitlist columns are free, but they're essentially a nothing column. Up next, we have staff logins. Now, this is where you give your staff access to whatever you want them to see within the Slick calendar. You've got two options here. So you've got number one, which is managerial access, which gives you access to everything. Then you have a receptionist login, which means they can see everything except reports, marketing. They cannot see anything or change anything in settings, and they cannot edit or delete products. There is also an optional extra, well, two optional extras, which means that for the receptionist login that can't see reports and marketing, etc., you can choose whether you want them to remove access to seeing client mobile numbers, so that when they go into the client profile, basically the number is blurred out. So that's the first option you can choose. You can also choose that they don't have access to cash up, so they can't see cashing up, they can't do anything in there, they can't see it at all. So those are your optional extras for the receptionist login. Now, if you want to add a new user, you simply click on the button that says Add New User, type in the person's name, pop in their email address, and then choose what level you want to give them. Okay, then click Save. What will happen now is Pia will receive an email with a temporary password. What they need to do then is copy and paste that temporary password exactly, click on the link in the email to log in, put their email address in and paste that password in the password box. They will then be asked to set up their own password, and then they will have access to Slick. All right? If you want to remove access for anybody, you click on the person and then you toggle them off. Then you can either delete user or remove access, and that will get them out, okay? Up next, syncing calendar. Now this works for both iPhone and Android. What this means is, if you don't want to give your staff access to be able to make bookings, edit bookings, delete bookings, but you want them to see what they've got coming up, this is the way to do it. Or if you just want to see what you've got without having to log in, this is the best thing for you. So what you want to do is click on the person, pop in their email address, and click Send Email. What then happens is your staff member will get an email which says, do you want to sync your calendar? And you click yes and subscribe. Then what happens is your phone calendar that comes with your phone will have the bookings in the diary that comes with your phone. It's only for the person whose column you've synced it to. It doesn't show any contact details. It only shows the name of the client, what they're having, and any notes related to the booking. They cannot change anything. When the booking is in the past, that will just disappear out of the calendar. All right? It's a read-only view of their column, basically. Calendar settings. So in here you can choose the colours of your calendar. So for example, we're on bright mode now. If I want to go into light mode, I click on light mode and click save, and then if I come back into the calendar, et voila! If I want to have dark mode, because I'm feeling a bit dark and broody and moody, I can change it to dark mode, which looks like this. It's a bit sexy, isn't it? If you want to hide non-working staff, so if you have a column at 5 columns, for example, and you've always got 2 people off with the big grey time off block that stretches all day, you can remove them. You can hide them when they're not in. So clean up your calendar and you'll just have 3 columns, in which case just click on hide non-working staff in there. Then you also have the option for no-show visibility. Now that means that when you mark a booking as a no-show, the booking you can choose the booking to stay in the calendar or to just be removed from the calendar. Now, either way, whenever you mark a booking as no-show or cancel, that slot will appear available for online booking. So whether you keep it in the diary or not, it will appear available for online booking. This is just a personal preference, whether you want to keep the booking in the diary so that you know it's there, or you can have it removed, in which case just click that box. As ever, if you need help with anything at all, please contact us via the bubble in the calendar. That's what they're there for. Ask us anything under the sun. There's no such thing as a silly question. It's what we're here to do. And if you want some more training, please go to getslick.com/training, and there are a whole host of other videos to choose from. I'll see you there.